Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Allegiant Stadium, home of the Raiders, right here in Las Vegas, Nevada. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Texas Longhorns, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Fresno State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. To put toe to leather and get this season started.
Texas.
And here's the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Fresno State Bulldogs offense will have the first crack at it in this one. You know, that connection between quarterback and wide receiver, Jesse, takes some time, and we'll see how quickly these two guys get on the same page.
Yeah, the chemistry between he and the quarterback, I think, is what everybody's going to be looking for early in this game, because David, obviously, having transferred in, he hasn't had a lot of time in this offense. This is his first game. It's the first time doing it with bullets flying live, so he's got a lot of talent. He's got speed, but what does that chemistry look like with the guy throwing him the football? That's what I want to see.
Well, and the good thing is you've got tape and you've seen he's done it at the college level. Like, you already know what he is. Now it's about taking that, using his strengths. How do you use him in this offense early on in the season to really take advantage of his talents?
And the Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Takes it from the gun on third down. Grab near the marker. It's Austin. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. Got his man. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Let's take a second to talk about Fresno State. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Looking downfield on first down. Bringing the heat. He'll pull it down and run. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. The Bulldogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
Well, the field goal kicker can step away from the net, go sit down, grab some water. They're not going to need him just quite yet. That was a great play call. Throwing the ball on 3rd and short in field goal range. They get the completion, now setting up 1st and goal.
A first down run on the doorstep. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, the offense is trying to get physical. They're pulling the backside guard on that play. He completely whiffs, though, and misses his block, and as a result, it's a negative play.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guy.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
the start from this offense. What a drive. Just when they needed a third down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So the Texas Longhorns offense will try to get something started with their first possession. It's not always easy to know what you're going to get when you come into a new situation as a transfer, but one thing, David, that will translate for this guy, when there's a hole, he knows how to hit it.
Yeah, and how nice is it to have a guy, man, you know exactly what he is, who he is. He's been around your program.
Oh, he's got some space. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the big fella. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Finds us back in the middle. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Throws to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Pettis. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. That's the end of the period. Fresno State has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. From the shotgun, the inside give. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Ball's at the 25. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Power football with the run. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on fourth down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. That's caught. It's Austin. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to the back. Turning it on. Oh, what a cut. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line. And the Bulldogs getting set on 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. All right, guys, let's chat about Fresno State. What an offseason in the recruiting department, reeling in a top 10 class, and you got to think that's going to help.
Man, yeah, it's just nice when you get some recruiting and some excitement, right? Get a top 10 class. You know the talent is really, really good. The young talent pushes the older talent, Jesse, and it just makes the squad obviously so much better.
And with that top 10 class, David, they really feel like they were able to reload the roster, and they think they've got some impact freshmen in this class as well. Can't wait to see what they do today.
Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. 3rd down play from the gun. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown. Fresno State. Quick strike through the air for the score.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Going to the running game. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. And the 3rd down pass is knocked away by the D. The Longhorns will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. He gets it out to the 17. The cover unit right there to make the stop. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Off the play fake on 1st down. On the move to his left. Got his man. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Fresno State right back to the line. They'll go to the ground. Creates a little room. There he goes. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. He's up to 86 yards rushing already here in the 1st half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form. The Bulldogs, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Makes him talk to the hand. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. And the Bulldogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll run it from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. They'll try to get it through the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Meyer. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. The offense set for a 1st down play. to the air on first down. It's complete to the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Well, they dial up on second and a long way to go. Wants to go up top. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Wants to throw again. Finds his tight end. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. So now on comes the field goal unit. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors.
15 teams. Ohio State looked dominant in a victory that was never really in question. That offense had zero problem putting up points, not unlike the days of Stroud and Fields and so many greats before them. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. So now it's second and long. Looking to fire. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one. Let's see what call they have on third and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Pettis. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure coming. He's got him. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the first down. Got to use their time wisely. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the tight end. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. The offense will quickly use a timeout. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. And he'll need a little distance and to bend it just right. A 41-yarder from the left hash. No good. Really needed to cut into that deficit, but guys, it remains at 3 scores. Fresno State lined up to kick off and start this second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drop.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. And the Longhorns send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. Trying the left side. Breaks into the open. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground. Give him 114 yards rushing, and he goes over the century mark in this season opener. Oh, he makes the catch. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
Well, this guy's not easy to bring down. They just throw him a simple hitch pass, but he's got so many moves out in the open field. You've got to get a lot of hats to the football to get that guy down, prevent him from scoring on big plays.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Off the play fake. Lets it fly. Finds space on the right. And he's knocked down immediately, but they're in the red zone at the 14.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now. Fresno State lines up with a first and goal. Trying to pound their way in. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the stomping has commenced.
Well, this offense said they wanted to start the year all gas and no brakes, and that's exactly what this game has shown. From the very opening whistle, this offense has been in sync. They've been explosive. Defense has had no answer for them. This unit is going to give teams problems because of their playmaking ability all year long.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
The give to the tailback. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Rides to back and leaves it.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
He's not even going to make it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense gets big-time penetration. The Longhorns decide to punt it away. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Makes the catch. It's Austin. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Second down coming up. Wants to go up top. He rifles one deep to the left. Got his man downfield. Off and running. The 20. Touchdown, Fresno State. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead.
And, man, what a game-changing tight play. The offense throwing the football deep in their own end, and they're probably thinking to themselves, hey, let's just get some more space. Let's try to get a first down and give ourselves room to work with. What an individual effort by the receiver after he had the ball in his hand, taking it all the way, coast to coast on that touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to go up top on first down. Using the quick game. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. The play action fake. Looking down the middle. Got his man. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Get it out to the supersonic guy. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late. And they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8, here's the handoff. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that. And here on a critical third down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right.
And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they have been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop you.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Texas offense. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Motion from the back. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Catch in the middle. It's carry. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw it. He's got an open man. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. And the Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. And the Longhorns have pushed it inside the 20.
Here we go.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Working the middle. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous party kick. A late touchdown.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game 1. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
38, Texas 7.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation.
Lots of running room. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage total. They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running behind that left side. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
It's complete to the right. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great...
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Texas 7.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. To the air on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. What a a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them. They had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Palmer.
Yeah, that's the thing, David. To me, after watching that absolute beatdown, you can't help but think to yourself, this is a college football playoff caliber team. If they play like that, moving forward, if they put their A game together in all three phases, this is a team we're going to be talking about very, very late in the season.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.